Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Standard Super League. I'm here with Daddy Paul Chion. How you doing, Paul?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to bash, but before I do, we have one more round to go.
We do indeed have one more round to go between Andrew Cuneo and Gerard Fabiano. Are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of hype about our match, but I'm actually much more excited to kind of watch these guys play. Their decks look a lot sweeter than ours.
Yeah, the Brewers, they got especially Andrews, it's not exactly like his last lists from the Pro Tour. He's not
Specific,
running those tutelage anymore.
Specifically, I want to see if the goggles, if they actually do something.
Sure, let's bring up Andrew's list actually and go over it real quick.
All right, let's see here. 3 copies of Pyromancer's goggles. Oh, commune with lava. Hold on. I remember when I first opened this card, I reading it, and then not really figuring out if it's good, and then I'm trying to read it again and still trying to figure out if it's good.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so weird with the goggles, though. If you do it for any large amount, how many spells are you going to actually be able to cast, right? Because you actually have to cast the spells. You don't get to do them for free off of the commune.
Yeah, so you end of turn commune, which lets you commune twice.
Sure, but
Then you hit like a magmatic insight, but then you can only double down on it once. I mean, one thing's for sure, Cuneo's list is all about value.
yeah, no, that's that's
You,
definitely
you,
true.
you got
I
a,
like
you
the
got a you got a ton of card draw, but then I'm looking at Gerard, and it looks like he actually just has a real deck, and
yeah.
he's got four. He's already pre-boarded. He's got 4 Sultai Charms main deck.
Not only that, like the Sultai charms, like you were mentioning, destroy the artifacts, Pyromancer's goggles, but he has like 4 Thoughtseize, a Duress, just
Yeah,
Liliana to keep discarding cards. I don't know, man. It seems like it's getting really hard for Andrew
yeah, yeah.
to pull this one through.
To be fair, Gerard's decks are almost always pre-boarded against control, so I mean, he look at his sideboard. What he's got to learn from the past in his sideboard. I don't even know what that's for. Is that just in case somebody tries to mill him out?
Yeah, the tutelage deck. I don't
Uh,
know if he knew that
like,
he was playing Andrew, but the tutelage deck for sure, right?
he's got a talent of the telepath. I
I
mean,
don't know about that, but I
I
mean,
don't know. Gerard's deck in sideboard looks kind of sweet. I mean, he's got a lot of powerful cards. Another card to note that you don't see often is Erebos' Titan.
yeah. I had to reread this card a few times. I still don't know what it does fully, right?
I think it's a hard to cast 4 mana 5/5. That's what it is.
It's triple black in a 3 color deck. Now, a lot of his lands come into play tapped, but he's only running one Urborg to really, help push that through. I guess he has a lot of the fetches too, but man,
Yeah. I
it
mean, he's
seems a
got 20
little bit
black
awkward.
sources in his deck, so it's definitely possible to get it through. But I mean, it just Gerard just playing a ton of good cards, some counter magic, 4 Jaces. I know when we were testing for the Pro Tour, we were trying to figure out what the base Jace deck was, and when I was asking Alex Hayne, he was like, "Well, it's probably Sultai or Jeskai. It's one of those 2 decks." And Gerard busting out the Jeskai. So
I'm actually surprised we don't see as many one-ofs in Gerard's deck
I mean,
as
he's
he's
got 10
known for.
one-ofs. He's got 10 one-ofs in the sideboard. Wait, no, like 9.
Sure, in the sideboard, but the sideboard's I don't know, a little bit different than the main deck. I do like the one Den Protector.
Maybe Gerard wants to win this time. I feel like this deck actually could use more Den Protectors.
I agree. Any deck running green wants all of the Den Protectors it can get, especially
Dude,
when he has Tassigers and Satyr Wayfinders and Lilianas, other ways to get cards in the yard.
I have 4 in yours, and I'm not looking forward to grinding through those.
Yeah, well, I guess he has double Treasure Cruise, so kind of a non-bow there, but
Yeah, he's got a lot of delve cards. I mean, I think part of the strategy with this deck is playing in Wayfinder early or Jace, and then just dubbing out a giant fatty. So
yeah, I think again, I think it's favored for Gerard. If we go back to Andrew's list and look at his sideboard, I didn't really get a good look of it the first time, but
he's got some silk wraps. I feel like when you're playing Mardu, you probably have access to removal that's better than silk wrap. But you
I would
know,
agree. But hey, like he has double Outpost Siege, and I gotta assume. I mean, again, Gerard has the Sultai charms in the main already, but Outpost Siege seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
a
My biggest
decent.
concern is just that I don't think Andrew's deck just puts enough pressure on Gerard, and I feel like Gerard's late game is probably stronger, but at the same time, I could just be wrong. The goggles just might be insane. Like if you just play a goggles and then just at least use it once to cast magmatic insight, that's just a ton of value,
Tell
right?
me, how good is 2 Foundry of the Consoles in his deck?
And oh my god, yeah, he's playing 3 colors in Foundry of the Console. What does it do though?
It they don't die to Ugin. How about I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he managed to fit Foundry of the Councils in a three-color deck, but I guess he's just no. Wait, I'm trying to figure out where the splash is. He's splashing black, so I mean there is that, but yeah, I don't know. He's this deck is wild, and Andrew Cuneo, I mean he's a master. He finds ways to win matches with decks that don't actually seem like real decks. I mean his other deck just won the Grand Prix,
Sure, sure.
so
Well,
and
okay. So who would you rather be playing, or whose deck would you rather be playing with right now?
well, if I wanted to get a lot more fans,
Well, let's say percentage wise,
okay,
no LSV 65-45 percentages. What's the
65-45.
percentage?
I mean, if you run the numbers, I think that checks out. But I would just looking at the cards, I'm going to go with Gerard's deck. His deck just seems is very, very prepared for anything trying to be remotely controlling. I think Gerard's deck might suffer a little more against like the aggressive decks, but this matchup is not one of those, and I feel like Gerard should be able to win this match pretty handily.
So you're saying I would be Gerard and you would be Andrew here.
Oh, really?
Is
Well,
that?
I'm playing. I mean, I'm playing a real deck, and you're playing, just green. You're playing a deck with 30 creatures in it. So I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, creatures are good. They tap, they turn sideways, they do things, they deal
yeah. I
damage.
guess it is really hard to play an Elvish Mystic into a 3-drop, but we'll see how it goes.
uh,
Uh,
I do like the Soulfire Grandmasters in Andrew's list. They have a lot of nice targets, especially with like Magmatic Insight. I don't know. I mean, just
yeah.
it looks like
I
you can
mean,
power through.
Andrew's deck definitely has a lot of value. This match might not go very. This match might take a really long time. It'll be much faster than the annihilation that you'll receive after this one.
What? You're playing Esper Dragons. We
I'm
just
gonna
saw what
play.
happened
I'm just
between
gonna.
Gabby and Marshall.
Yeah, but I mean that's Marshall. There's and it's a completely different matchup. Completely different matchup.
I have no
You know,
words.
yeah, I was sideboarding last second. I took out a virulent plague out of my board, thinking that it would be more likely that somebody would be on the other mono red deck, and then Gabby busted out the goblins, and
Yeah.
just wish I played a totally different deck. But whatever.
I'm excited to progress through the series. I think I have a good matchup versus Gabby. We'll see how Marshall does against me, but
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you actually have a pretty good choice. Where did you come up with this deck?
I kind of just took
Did you just PM Brian Kibler, and then did he just ship you a list? Like, check
yeah,
out
I was like I was like, Brian, what are you gonna send me? The sweet green white list with stuff? No. So I just looked at Brian's list, or a lot of the green white lists that players were playing at San Diego, kind of alternate a little bit. I really like Collected Company.
Yeah, I mean, you're very lucky, so I would guess that like the company is good.
Yeah, no, Collected Company is great.
Yeah.
So, I think we're just about ready for the match, though. So hold on, folks. We'll get those player images updated here for a second.
Get ready to start battling.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, our matchup's going to be fairly straightforward, I think. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to see how Andrew's deck actually functions.
no,
Because just
this
by
one.
looking at it, I still can't tell.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I want to have some good games. I don't want some silly mulligans to 3.
I mean, if what happened to Sam happens to you, I won't necessarily complain. But yes, I would like good games of Magic as well.
I just want to handicap myself because I think you'll need it.
Oh, that's good.
Gerard's hands looks very, very good. He's got a Thoughtseize, a Wayfinder, a Negate, and an Ashiok. Wow. I like it. He can actually Thoughtseize on turn 2, and then Ashiok turn 3. Can't see Andrew's hand very well here.
Gotta take a look here.
He does have the goggles, though.
Yeah, he does. He does have the goggles. I mean, yeah, George hand looks fantastic.
Yeah. Well, what do you take here if you're Gerard? I assume he's going to Thoughtseize here, as opposed to leading with the Wayfinder.
Yeah. He's probably gonna go with the Thoughtseize into Temple into Ashiok. I don't even see how like Andrew's deck actually deals with an Ashiok too well. He doesn't have any Hero's Downfalls or anything.
No, and he has like 4 creatures and maybe Wild Slashes, I think I saw in the main deck.
I don't even. Yeah. What do you Thoughtseize? It's like Colligan's Command doesn't really do anything.
Do you just take the Insight? Is that like that's the most
Take the
immediate
goggles?
thing? Or the goggles? I mean, I guess maybe you're scared of the goggles. You see all these red spells, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to take this card. But he's still what 4 mana away from it, and he needs to draw 2 lands.
That is true. I mean, to be fair, when you look at Andrew's hand, it looks like just a pile of cards. So
It kind of looks like the last few sets were melded together. They added origins, with
well, it's Colligan's commands and a bunch of last picks. That's what it looks like in his opening. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. But I mean, look, Gerard's probably thinking he's like, what do I take? I mean,
looks like he took the Kolagon's command, which Andrew has a second one of.
I guess that's reasonable. It's a source of card advantage. I mean, the thing is like Gerard doesn't really have that many creatures, so it's I guess it's just gonna be like, you know, Ash Shock for 2 and discard a card. And Gerard's hand's not even that great, so he has plenty of
No.
things to discard.
But I think this Ashiok is just going to go the distance. What does Andrew do versus this?
I think he's pretty cold. Like I don't think he can do a whole lot. I mean, unless he gets the goggles going, which because Gerard had the negate in his hand, I guess he just figured, by the time Andrew hits his 5th land, he can just hold up the negate and he should be completely fine.
Sure, yeah. Here comes a Tormenting Voice. See what Andrew hits here. Crackling Doom, not going to cut it versus this deck.
Yeah. Andrew seems very, very handicapped, at least in this matchup.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what matchups he'd be favored, but this does not seem like it's one of them.
He went for the sweet deck, remember?
He did go for the sweet deck, and that's why people love Cuneo. He's the people's champion. He plays when he brews, he brews. I mean, look at this thing.
Well, doesn't he always like top 64 the PT or top 32
well,
the PT?
but the thing is, he purposely handicaps himself because the secret is actually in all these Pro Tours that he plays in, he just goes 5-1 or 6-0 unlimited every time.
Sure.
So like, despite people looking at him and be like, oh man, he plays all these sweet constructed decks, he's actually just a very good limited player and just a good Magic player in general. All right, so what's he doing here? It looks like he Ashioked and hit a Soulfire Grandmaster. Ashiok's already ticked up to 7.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashiok can just ultimate.
Exactly. One of Andrew's 4 creatures, the Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Gerard, he doesn't need a whole lot more, but his hand doesn't have a whole lot of action.
Sure, but as long as he just holds up that negate, the Ashiok's just going to tick, tick, tick.
Yeah. I mean, you can make sure that the Ashiok at least doesn't ultimate, but do you think he'll consider putting No. Putting Soulfire Grandmaster into play actually seems pretty bad, especially because he knows that Cuneo has got Colligan's Command and Crackling Doom.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just keep ticking up here. I wanna ultimate Ashiok.
Yeah. Ultimate Ashiok seems like the play. Maybe he'll just win with the State of Wayfinder. Get that value.
I think as soon as he ultimates Ashiok, things are gonna go bad here. I think Andrew might be forced to use the Colligan's Command a little bit offensively here, make him discard and maybe deal 2 damage.
He's probably going to. I mean, I think his game plan at least is just to set up the next turn, play the Colligan's Command this turn, next turn play Goggles and try to get some value with Magmatic Insight. But the main deck negate is going to get him. So
I don't counter the Colligan's Command though, right? You just take that for sure.
Yeah. The Colligan's Command doesn't do anything. And the thing is, Gerard already thought he's Andrew, so he knows there's a Pyromancer's Goggles in his hand.
Oh, there's a second one though. Oh wait, no, that was a Soulfire Grandmaster. I saw the image from the side. It looked pretty similar, and I was like,
so once again, I mean, just looking at it, how the game's played out. Like if you even just took the Goggles and the Colligan's Command just seems like discard 1 card, 3 mana discard 1 card. Just
maybe kill the Sado. Oh geez, Gerard draws complete gas here in Treasure Cruise.
Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And he has an untapped blue source to follow it up too if he hits another negate. If we look at his deck list here, I think he's running how many negates?
I think he has 2 main deck negates.
2 main deck negates, and he can also hit more Thoughtseizes, Duresses too. So kind of gross. Well, not the best of hits. Tassiger's going to do some work off of Polluted Delta, but the removal spells are kind of dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're basically just playing a matchup where both people just have a bunch of dead cards.
Sure.
Gerard's got the Planeswalker, and that's the only card that actually matters right now.
Yeah, and
imagine Gerard has a great sideboard too.
Gerard only has 2 Ashiok's main decks, so having one turn 3 seems pretty nice. Dress in his sideboard, he has Stratus Dancer. That talent of the Telepath, I want to see that in work.
Disdainful Stroke counters the Goggles.
Yeah.
I don't know what talent of the Telepath would do, but I mean...
Treasure Cruise?
Yeah. And let's see, what else does he have? A Null? Would you board in a Null just for the Goggles?
No way.
I think Goggles might be the only card he has. Oh no, he has Outpost Siege too.
I guess from the sideboard, okay. And again, they do have access to the deck list, so they know what can
He also has just like a bunch of removal spells that are pretty bad, and Erebos' Titans and a lot of other bad cards. So
you know, and Null does get Silk Wrap. I don't know if he's planning on bringing that in, but just more random value targets. Oh.
what's going on here? All right,
Gerard has
so
a lot of removal spells. That's what's going on.
yeah, I mean, Crackling Doom's going to get the Tasigur, but I mean that Ashiok is just still in play, and Cuneo just has really nothing going on. I guess he can. Well, no, there's no way the Soulfire Grandmaster is living.
Well,
I bet Gerard's just like, yes, a target.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
4 creatures in the deck. He's already hit one off of Ashiok. Andrew's already at, what, 30 cards in his library?
He's just going to get milled out.
I mean...
Does he have any Planeswalker? Is it better just to cast a Downfall here? Like,
Andrew has an Ugin, I believe.
Okay, 1 Ugin. All right, so yeah, it's
yes.
better to hold on to Downfall. He's not doing anything with his man anyways. And more removal spells.
Oh, he did hit a Commune. All right.
Okay. I mean...
End of turn Commune for 3 is definitely kind of
What's
a thing.
he going to hit?
Goggles?
Doom?
No, he's going to hit Goggles and... I don't even know. Mardu Charm. Mardu Charm put in 4 1/1s.
Okay, if he hits a Goggles and then Magmatic Insight as well, he might be able to claw his way back into it.
All right, but he'd need to draw a land, though.
Yeah.
Okay, here comes a... Oh, he's going to Call against Command and Response and not... I guess maybe he wants to get back his soul. No, wait, that doesn't... Wouldn't you just snap off Commune for 3 here?
Yeah, definitely. Well, no, it says until the end of the next turn. Is that what Commune says?
Commune with... I'm pretty sure...
So, until the end of your next turn. Yeah, so you can just play it for 3 for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's your next turn. Oh my, I don't know. I don't know if I like that play. Yeah, now he's like... Andrew knows Gerard's deck. He knows he has a lot of removal for creatures / planeswalkers. That Soulfire Grandmaster is not going to be doing too much here, as opposed to 3 random cards he could have hit.
To be fair, the Kudius did a good job of just pinging down the Ashiok, so it still hasn't gone ultimate. And at this point, doing the ultimate doesn't even do anything.
Sure, but he's going to mill him out. He has no good way to deal with it.
Yeah, he's got 23 cards left in his deck, so...
I'm scared and confused for Andrew right now. All right, Wayfinder bins some cards. I didn't see. Did it hit a land? Oh, Erebos
is Titan.
Okay, wait, that's actually a thing, right? Because he can kill the Soulfire.
What does Erebos' Titan do again? I mean, it's indestructible. Wait, no, but Cuneo has no way of returning a creature from his graveyard, right? It's only good against like a Death Mist Raptor. Isn't that why that card is played?
Whenever a creature card leaves an opponent's graveyard, you may discard a card. Okay, I guess not.
Oh, whenever creature. So if something gets delved.
Yeah, but I don't think Andrew has too many ways to delve away cards, if any. Yeah, I think this is just bad shape.
God, I wish it was a little more competitive. This Ashiok is doing so much work. Does Cuneo have any way to deal with an Ashiok post board? Does he have Hero's Downfall?
No.
Nope. Could have used the Banishing Light over there.
Oh, no, he is. He has 3 Hero's Downfalls.
He has 3 downfalls. 3 downfalls.
Okay, all right.
Does he have the black mana to do so? 3, 4, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15 black sources. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to bring those in. Ashiok just completely stomps on him.
Yeah. All right. Gerard with the Jace off the top. Oh, Jace is
immune to Crackling Doom. Satyr Wayfinder. Yeah, doing a good job of.
Look at that. Father-son just finishing each other's sentences.
Also, we did the same thing. We kind of moved up in our
Yeah, we're like, all right. We said the same thing. Get it together.
All right. Draw 2 random ones. Let's discard our Mire.
Why didn't you play the Jace?
What
he was around.
Oh, he drew 2 creatures.
Ooh, those are both good creatures.
Yeah, Mentor could actually do some work here.
All things considered, Gerard's actually drawn fairly poorly. Like he played the Treasure Cruise and he just hasn't like been able to do anything afterwards.
Yeah, if Gerard just whiffs again, like draws a land,
Ooh.
it is a big card.
Instead of Urborg, there's a boom boom on the battlefield.
That is a big boom boom.
It is a big boom boom.
Can you hear that dog in the background?
Can you hear the baby in the background?
No, I can't. I'm gonna close my door real quick.
I'm gonna just close my baby. I can't do that.
Purposely did that for the Franker's ease, obviously.
Oh, right, of course.
All right.
Look at this board. Erebos' Titan, Satyr, Wayfinder, and Jace.
Yeah. And did Andrew just rip a land? Was that what happened?
Yes. He just passed. Right, so he flips the Jace.
Well, with Jace flipping, that's really bad. He gets all of his removal spells back.
Let's see. Look what you did to the chat now. You just broke it. Every time. This is just. There's just two ways to break the chat. This is one of them. Oh my god.
Apparently, you're closing your baby, so I don't even know. Doesn't even work.
All right.
You got to hold the baby, Paul.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
the baby.
you know, he's just learned how to say no, like like a definitive no. Before all the other words are kind of mumbling, but
Sure.
he looks at you in the eye and just goes no. So I mean, it's kind of rough. I was like, Kyle, it's time to go to bed, and he's just like, no, father, staying awake. Oh, here's the other way the chat breaks. Now it's my fault.
All right, so Gerard's playing his second Ashiok out. Is he just going to keep plussing it, I guess, for three more?
I mean,
okay,
Coop's got
Andrew
6
has...
cards.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, I guess that's what happens sometimes.
You're just not scooping. Never say never.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at the sideboards here now.
Yeah. And again, I think Gerard's sideboard is much better suited than Andrew's is, but...
Yeah. So out of Andrew's sideboard, I imagine something along the lines of Heroes, Downfalls, Rabble Masters, and Outpost Siege. Sort of like the cards that come in, and he can probably take out like Anger of the Gods and some number of bad burn spells. What's Gerard gonna bring in?
Andrew's sideboard does not look very good, but Gerard, he can bring in the other Duress. He can bring in the Disdainful Stroke. He can bring in a Null if he really wants to. I don't think he's going to. Stratus Dancer seems great.
Yeah.
I might even try the Talent of the Telepath, honestly.
Yeah, I would do that in just for fun.
Yeah. Especially if you're able to hit a Treasure Cruise with Spell Mastery.
Oh my goodness, that would be value. Yeah, I would definitely do that. I mean, the cards that for sure come in are the Stratus Dancer, the Stratus Dancer, the Disdainful Stroke, and the Duress. I mean, Gerard's got a lot of bad cards in his main deck that he can probably cut. Like I imagine Liliana doesn't do a whole lot.
Well, if it flips though, the discard, yeah.
What would he actually cut then? I mean, actually, his deck is almost pre-sideboarded. Maybe like Hero's Downfall and Ultimate Price.
Yeah, he doesn't need as much removal. If he's looking at Andrew's list, he knows Andrew has Ugin, so he might keep the Downfall in there just for
not
that.
The price.
Yeah.
I mean, Cuneo's got like no creatures, so like the ultimate prices are pretty bad.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, you can kill those creatures with Sultai Charm as well.
Yep. Very true. So. Look at his Sultai Charm versus Cockle, just main deck, just random value.
I mean, Sultai Charm is just. I think it's just a really good card, and part of the reason why that I just shy away from playing Sultai Controls is just it's got a really weak red matchup, just because you don't have access to the life gain lands, and your deck is a little bit clunkier, and those life gain lands, I think, just swing it just enough so that the matchup is actually playable. Whereas when you're playing Sultai, it seems really hard to beat a red deck.
Sure, yeah, I buy that. All right, looks like we're ready for game 2 here.
All right, come on, Cuneo. Let's make this competitive. I mean, with the Hero's Downfall, maybe if he the thing is, can you imagine if Cuneo just had a Hero's Downfall in that match? It would have been a different game.
I mean, Gerard had the negate, right?
He did.
All right, so we do see the Outpost Siege come in for Andrew.
There's Outpost Siege. All right, looks like he's also got a hidden Rabble Master.
Andrew, or rather Gerard, with the Thoughtseize turn 1 to get rid of anything. He's probably got to take Rabble Master, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's like the only immediate threat. I mean, Outpost Siege is also very effective, but I guess a lot of it will just kind of depend on what he draws next. But yeah, If he doesn't have an immediate answer to Rabble Master, then that is likely the card that he takes.
Although, granted, he has a really early Tassiger coming online with the double
Yeah,
Wayfinder.
so the Rabble Master might just not do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You play the Wayfinder, then you play like, yeah, you're gonna go Wayfinder into Tassiger, and if you look at Andrew's hand, he doesn't actually have a way to kill a big creature.
No, not
And
at all.
so I mean, Gerard might be more scared of what the Outpost Siege can do.
Sure. I took the Rabble Master, though. Andrew has a lot of card draw potential, but at the sacrifice of discarding some lands.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Magmatic Insight's not really card advantage. It's only card advantage if you have the Pyromancer's Goggles.
Sure. Land off the top.
There you go.
He's gonna insight.
It could be anything.
Could be a bus. Could be another Foundry that counts.
Cuneo needed to find a way to add blue to the deck in Treasure Cruise. That's what Raptor's doing. He's playing Magmatic Insight, but with Treasure Cruise. Ooh, Tormenting Voice. It's
shoot. For some reason, I thought Andrew was running Treasure Cruise, so I guess Gerard can't actually tell into the telepath and hit a.
Yeah.
What do you even want to hit if you hit Andrew's? What does Andrew have?
I don't know. He probably didn't bring Feed the Clan. Really? That seems. I don't know. Why would you bring in Feed the Clan? Is his only is he scared that he's gonna get burned out?
If a Goggles resolves, even just a Crackling Doom for 4 damage is a thing.
So he's afraid of taking 4 damage with all the counter magic? Wow. That's interesting.
Does seem a little weird. I didn't think Feed the Clan was coming in, but
yeah, maybe the thought process was, well, Andrew's deck doesn't do anything. So in order to prevent myself from dying, what's the only way I can die? I guess it's just him randomly burning me out.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't have an answer for like an early Monastery Mentor, right? I guess you're going to probably lose to that card anyways, even with Feed the Clan.
The thing is, I was having trouble finding out what cards to cut for like the 3 cards, and somehow Feed the Clan has also found its way into the deck.
Oh.
I mean,
how do you prepare for something like Andrew's deck is a thing, you do?
Yeah, maybe he just has no idea.
He saw a lot of burn. He saw a lot of draw.
To be fair, I think there's a really good shot that Gerard hasn't even looked at Cuneo's deck list.
No, I think he's looked at it. Come on.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Gerard's old school.
Sure. Sultai Charm. He's gonna. Oh wait, that's been. I'm sorry. All right. Well, Big Daddy Task coming down.
Yeah, and he's ferocious.
And he's ferocious for his Feed the Clan.
So that's 10 life.
I mean, that's a lot of life.
Yeah. Well, this one's gonna get cracked. Well, actually, let's see. Andrew's at 20. He might just play an Outpost Siege here.
Yeah, I could see that.
He's not under that much pressure.
I mean, Gerard's gonna have a Treasure Cruise very soon to refill his hand, but
yeah.
Let's see what happens. Looks like he is just firing off the crackles. I guess he doesn't want Gerard to get the immediate value if he just uses Tassiger's ability. He's
just playing around the Feed the Clan, obviously. Yeah.
He knew it was coming in. He was like, I can't let him gain that 10.
If he gains 10 life, I just can't win. So, got to play around it.
Yeah. Bad
downfall.
Well, he's gonna be sandbagging that, I imagine, for most of the game. When Andrew hits Uginish mana. We got a second Tassiger coming out here. So why is he delving all of his cards away?
Got to leave up Feed the Clan. He's got to leave up Feed the Clan.
Oh my God, he's actually just casting into dagger. This has to be a dagger. I'm sure he's typing something in the chat.
He took 1 damage to do it.
Yeah, he took 1 damage to do it too.
What is he at? Isn't he? He's like at 20 something.
Okay. I don't know.
Just still have all these. This is the first time probably in official Wizards coverage where somebody has worn a fish hat. That would just be my guess.
that might be true. That might be accurate. Unfortunately, I don't have that D mode anymore. Rest in peace, Newmont Fish. I mean, how is Andrew beating just these 3 creatures? He needs to draw like another Crackling Doom.
He's got an Outpost Siege. Yeah, he's got plenty of stuff. I'm just
yes, but
curious what Gerard Gerard's gonna go with. I mean, he has no graveyard. He just has a feed the clan, so he can't treasure cruise.
I
What
don't.
is he?
Oh, he's activating task. He wants to feed the clan back.
Why is he?
I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
I think Gerard is a step above all of us.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that you might want to at least like represent a negate or
Yeah.
anything along those lines, like a Sultai charm, and there's not a whole lot of value gained in tapping out that turn.
Oh,
But
and you know what? Andrew does have one end hostilities in the sideboard, so not repping that's kind of weird.
He could have boarded in, but he can't cast it this turn.
Sure.
Even after casting Tormenting Voice, so he's probably just going to go with the Tormenting Voice here. Another consideration is to sack the Foundry, block both Wayfinders, and try to find a Crackling Doom, and then you just deal with all of his threats. He did not cast.
Oh God! But Gerard draws Bile-Blight. I'm not sure why Bile-Blight came into this match.
Why is Bile-Blight in the deck? I guess it's better than Ultimate Price, right? Because it gets the Foundry.
But we know he has so many sideboard options to bring in.
I know.
Oh yeah. Man, Gerard is just on the complete next level.
I think we are being next leveled. But
I wonder if Gerard's going to end this
game. To be fair, at the same time, he is kind of crushing Andrew, so
Don't have anything to say about this.
Right. Okay, so if Cuneo hits an end hostilities here,
he has to.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't even Tormenting Voice into it anymore.
Okay. So let's see. No, I think he's just dead. He's just dead. He can Tormenting Voice, but he can only even if he kills Tasigur, he'll take 3 from the Den Protector and 2 from the Wayfinders. So
yeah.
If he had his own Feed the Clan though, and yeah, that should do it.
He won't give up though.
Yeah. I just wanted to at least see one Pyromancer's Goggles activation.
Sure. So if Gerard hits an untapped land, he will end the game at 38 life.
Do you think Gerard's going to cast Feed the Clan?
I definitely think he's going to cast. Oh no, he can't. He doesn't get the ferocious anymore. No.
There's no way he casts it now.
Man, it's not even worth it.
Wait. What is he doing?
Obviously.
Oh, okay. Why is he casting Feed the Clan?
Because he wants to get it back, the value. Look at his life. It's absurd.
Oh my God. He just gained 4 life.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, he's just trolling at this point.
I don't know if this is representative of what Andrew's deck normally does.
Yeah, and I'm also not exactly sure if this is exactly how Gerard would sideboard for the third game, maybe. Yeah. But he did kind of go deep, and I mean, Gerard's got a lot of powerful cards, so he was able to take down Cuneo. I mean, just looking at the matchup on paper, it really just didn't seem like a fair fight. I mean, it doesn't really look like Cuneo could do a whole lot there.
Yeah, even given poor draws, I mean, he would need to hit very, very well, and Gerard just has all of the answers.
The thing is, Cuneo's deck is pretty much just all in on the Pyromancer's Goggles, and Gerard's got main deck negates, thought seizes, and 4 Sultai charms in main deck to deal with them.
Sure.
And it's just like really hard for Andrew's deck to get going. And even if when he does, what exactly does his deck do? It's just like, all right, I drew 4 cards. There's just it feels like there's like not enough threats maybe, unless his plan is to just burn you out.
Sure, but if he was playing like a more aggressive deck, maybe against like the Bant Heroic deck Tom Ross was playing, he might have had a better shot or something like that. But
it is true. He is in the Brewers bracket, right? And Tom Ross is in there. So you could. There's a pretty good shot that Tom's going to be bringing
exactly.
Heroic.
Oh no, you have to play the same deck. Remember, you have to play the same deck against everybody else for the.
Right. So he plays against Tom, so he's going to have a decent matchup there. And then I don't know about, Raptors. I didn't think that there would be 8 Magmatic Insights in one match in the Standard Super League, but there will be. But
we'll have to see how that plays out. That should be fun.
But we do have one more match coming up. Last but not least,
save the best for last.
Battle of the Cheons. Yeah, and no, my mic no longer beeps.
I got my nice Blame Worth shirt on too for this.
Blame Worth shirt.
Pinnacle of a moment. It's actually the same. I think the same outfit I'm wearing for the Standard Super League visual on the top there.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
I would maybe after you win this invest in more shirts.
Ouch. No, I had to wear it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
This special occasion.
Yeah. Actually, all my channel shirts are dirty because I just got back from Grand Prix San Diego. So.
where we
Put them.
both had a very, very good time.
Yeah,
FYI.
we both went X3, you know, but
Some
only
people had
one of
buys,
us,
though. Some
only
people had
one,
buys.
sure, but only one of us was a player to watch for in day 2 of that Grand Prix.
Oh, well, you know,
To
LSP's
be fair.
got to get his trolls on.
Oh my God, I can't. They showed it like 3 times.
It's the best.
Oh,
They have all these X1s, X2s. Pulchi on 3-3.
yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
3-3 drop, and they even got that wrong. I went 2-3 drop.
Okay, yeah, that's
They
right.
give me the
That's right.
benefit. I got completely destroyed. I didn't even go 3-3 drop. I had 3 buys and I went 2 and 3. So it was pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, oh man, what do you think of the decks in our bracket? Do you like your deck choice?
I think it's going to be good versus Gabby, and I don't know how about the Esper Dragon deck since you and Marshall are both on it.
I guess you'll get a good gauge as to how the matchup plays after
For
today.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, it looks like we're gonna have to go get ready for the last match. So next time you see us, it'll be in the battlegrounds. Me hopefully getting the nuts.